Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we got a fun one for you today. We got these picture frame type borders here, and when we hover over, the backgrounds are going to change out a little bit like that. Nice little eye-catching feature to have on your site. And we've done some on a dark background here with a kind of glow when you roll over them. Really easy to do. No coding involved in this at all today, so let's get started. And of course, these will work just as well on tablet and mobile if I hit my F12 key. Here we are on an iPad. Of course, I'll have to click on them, but when they do, those backgrounds will change there. And the dark ones, similar thing. And as you can see, they've got that sort of neon border effect going on there. So let's get started. I'll get rid of my inspector and we'll start a new page. We'll go down and give it a name. And of course, use the visual builder. Once loaded, I'm going to build from scratch. I'm going to put 3 columns in mine. And you can use pretty much any module you want. I'm going to use a blurb module for mine today. Obviously, put your title there, put whatever content you want in there. I think that's a bit too much content for me at the moment. Let's get rid of a little bit of that. Okay, image and icon wise down below. I'm going to throw a little icon in there. Awful lot to choose from. I'm just going to throw in a random one, but you can do a search up here, or you can hit the little button and it'll pop out into a breakout box and you can see more of them. But there's an awful lot to choose from there. Hit the X when you're done. Great. Well, I'm just going to go over to my text now in the design. I'm going to throw everything in the middle there. Now, just so we can see what's going on, I'm going to give this a little black border. If we roll down a little bit, we've got a border down here. I want to do all 4 sides. Let's just give it 1 pixel and it's a dark color like that, just so you can see what's going on. Now I want to give this a little bit of spacing, and I don't want my icon to be quite as big as that. So right up at the top of the design tab here, image and icon, I'm going to make mine blue and probably 60 pixels height. Obviously do whatever works for you. Now let's give it a bit of breathing room all around. To do that, we can roll down to our spacing. Always find margin and padding in spacing. And let's give it 30 pixels all round. Just put in the 30, it'll put the pics in. Hit the chain, it'll do the opposite side for you. Fantastic. Okay, what I'm going to do is give this a fixed height so that if we have different amounts of text in it, it'll still appear the same height just as it was here. As you can see, we've got different amounts of text there, but they're the same height. So just above spacing, we've got sizing. I'm going to use minimum height for this so that on phones it can get taller, but I don't want it to get shorter. And I guess that's 1, 2, 3. We'll try 350, might not be quite enough. So I'm going to put 350 in there. Yeah, it's plenty. We'll even make it less than that. You want to make it as deep as the module with the most text in it that you're going to have. Let's try 320. I think that will work for me. Great. Now we've got the height we want. Let's put a white background in there so we don't see anything that we're going to put in the background. Background's always under the content tab. Going to go in there, just going to make that background white. Fantastic. We'll save our changes there. Let's put the picture frame border around there. To do that, I'm going to go into the row. Going to go into my first column here. For the background, I'm going to put an image in. Third one along is image. Throw in something with a bit of color. Now you can't see it at the moment because this is completely covering it up. But if we go to our design tab, we're still in the column. We'll go down to spacing. Let's give it 20 pixels padding all around and you'll see that picture start to appear around the frame. Hit the chain and we'll do the other side. Obviously make it as thick or as thin as you want yours. Fantastic. And just for fun, to set it off a little bit more, we'll give it a nice thick border. Just down underneath, all 4 sides. Drag it out. It's about the size that you want it. Then it's got that dark border in it now. Fantastic. Now to offset it just a little bit more, I'm going to give it a bit of drop shadow or box shadow. Here it is right here. I'm going to use this one over here. Obviously use the one that works for you. I'm going to bring that color up a little bit so it's a bit deeper. To do that, just roll down a little bit. We'll click on the color. Variegated slide over here. I'm going to take the opacity down a bit so it becomes more prominent, something like that. It gives it more of a 3D effect. Great. And while we're still in this column, I want that border to actually change when they hover over it. To do that, very easy. We're going to go back to our content again, down to our background. Go over to our image. Now, common to all Divi modules, if you roll up over the dark writing within a module, you'll see some little icons appear. If there's a little arrow, click on it, it'll give you two tabs. Desktop when the mouse is not on it, and hover when you're hovering over it, and you can have completely different values. Click on the hover tab. We'll click on the image. And let's load a different image in there. I think I used that one before. So they'll now have that on hover, and this when the mouse is not on it. If you want to speed it up or slow it down, you can do so in advance in the Advanced tab over here. Transitions. There's the default 300 milliseconds. If you want to slow it down, make it a higher value. If you want to speed it up, make it a lower value. And you can slide the slider, type in a value, and increment up and down with the little arrows right there. Great. Well, once you've got your first one, it's crazy easy to duplicate. What I'm going to do is I'll save this. I'll save the row settings. Let's duplicate this module a couple of times. Two little squares right there. Left click once, twice. Drag one over. Doesn't matter which one. They're both identical. Drag another one over. And of course, we can change the amount of text in these things, because you'd have different text in each one, and they should remain the same size. As you can see, that's great. Now we've got all our great settings that we want in our columns here. So all we need to do to duplicate this is go into our row again. I'm going to right click on my first column. I'm going to say extend item styles to this row. Hit the extend. Boom. And we've got those in our next two. Of course, we don't want them exactly the same. So we can go into our second one here. All I'm going to do is change out the background image in each of these. Click on the background image. Let's start with a different image this time. And for the hover effect, put in a different one. Nice light color or different color to the one we've got in there. Save that one. Back in the main row settings. Go into the third one. Do the same thing there. That one. And on the hover, get the little arrow up. Let's perhaps throw that one in. Great. Well, let's save this. Save the main row settings. Make sure this is going to work on the front end. Little purple button. Save draft or publish if you're ready. Let's exit the Visual Builder. And there's our little blurb modules. As you can see, they're all the same height there. When we hover over, that background image is going to change. That's going to get people's eyes on it pretty quickly when something like that happens. As you saw earlier, it'll work just as well on tablet and mobile, but they'll have to tap on it. Now we did the same thing and created a little glow effect with some dark content in here. Really easy to do. I'm sure some of you are ahead of me on this. Let's enable the Visual Builder once more. I'm going to duplicate this whole section. Blue tab for a section, two little boxes to duplicate. Let's scale down to this section below here. Then we'll give it a dark background. I actually used a gradient on mine, but you can just use a plain black if you want to. Let's make the top one dark grey. And the bottom one, I'm just left clicking on the stop, going to the color. We'll make that black. Great. What I want to do is I want to go into these little modules here. I'm going to give them a black background this time. Background always under content again. And to make that text readable, we can go to Design, Text, and change it from dark to light. Fantastic. Just to offset this, what I did was I gave it a little coloured border as well. So while we're in the design of the blurb here, I'm going to go into the border. I'm going to give it a 1 pixel blue border. It's got that blue there. Then I'm going to have this box shadow change colour, or actually change spread. And when it changes, I want the border colour to change to a white perhaps here. So again, we're going to hover over, get a hover effect up. On hover, I want that little border to change from blue to white like that. Great. So I'm going to save this. Again, I'm going to right click on my little blurb here. I'm going to say extend module styles. Again, to this row here. That's taking care of all those. Now let's go into the column where we've got that box shadow. Let's do that. We're going to go into the row. We go down to the column. In design, we use the box shadow. There it is right there. I'm going to change that color to a blue. You should be able to see it once I do that. It's got that little glow. Let's perhaps change it to an all round. There we go. It's got that little glow in the background. But when they hover over it, I want it to be a bit deeper. So I'm going to go to my box shadow spread strength here. Hit the little arrow once more. Desktop, that's fine as it is. When they hover over it, I want it to be perhaps 10 pixels. So it'll be a lot more pronounced. Something like that. Almost looks like a little neon light turning on. Fantastic. Now, once we got that, we don't need to do anything else. I'm not going to extend the styles because that might change out the photographs we got in the back there. But what I'm going to do is right click on where it says box shadow there. Copy box shadow styles. Going to save this back into our main row settings. We're going to go into column 2, design, box shadow. I'm just going to right click, paste box shadow styles. Save once more. And we're going to do exactly the same for column 3, design, box shadow, right click, paste box shadow styles. Fantastic. Now that all should be working for us. Let's save our changes here. Save the main row setting changes. Hit the little purple button. Save draft or publish if you're ready. And let's exit the visual builder. There's our first ones right there, as you saw before. Backgrounds are changing. Very nice. Roll down to our second one here, and it should have that glow effect, and that little borders changing from blue to white internally there. Same with this one, and the same with this one. As you can see, they've got different amounts of text, but they're remaining the same height there. So there you go, guys. There's a very easy hover border effect for your Divi modules, and it's quite striking. You can get really artistic with these things if you put a bit of work into them. And as I mentioned, if people are mousing around your desktop, something like this happens, it's going to get their attention pretty quickly, which is exactly what you want. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesigningtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.